Good afternoon. I'm Briana.
And I'm Maggie.
We're orientation leaders for 2020, and we're roommates for the spring 20 semester. And we like to talk to you guys about having roommates and just what it's like to build relationships in residence life
Because I think we had a pretty good experience together and
together.
just all about how you like build your relationship. And so we're gonna talk about that. To start off, you have a roommate contract as soon as you move in, and it's basically just a sheet of paper, and you go down, and some of the different things on there is like, is it okay to have the lights on while the other person is asleep, or
Mm.
have the TV on, or talk on the phone? Um,
Right. So, it talked about good study times, what are times that we set for studying. But I can say this, like just talking about roommate contract. Me and Maggie were friends before we became roommates, so we were pretty easy on the contract. Like when it's your friend or someone you know, the contract is pretty easy because it also things are on there like what are shared purchases we should make or
mhm,
what time we should clean. I remember that.
mhm.
Um, what time we should clean. What was some other
Stuff
things
about
on there? I mean,
visitors and
oh, visitors.
how you work out with your roommate, like when you're going to tell them, like if people are coming, do you tell them a day before? Do you just send them a quick text and be like, hey, one of my friends is coming over? That kind of stuff is completely up to you guys and what you agree on. And that contract goes to your RA. And if there's ever a problem or anything, then you get it back out, and everybody sits down and has a conversation about how you can work better together so that everybody's happy in their shared space.
Right. Oh yeah, because on the back it's like they also want you to say what are some ways that you can like resolve the conflict.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like I remember RA didn't allow us to just put the same thing on the front or back because she wanted us to like actually say
Actually,
where
think
we're gonna
yeah,
right,
like what you're gonna do if something comes up. But
right.
we had a really good experience,
We
and as long as
did.
you have open communication, I think you can pretty
Right.
much figure out like little things that might come up between you and your roommate.
Right. It's all about communication. Like that was a really big thing. And I mean, I'm pretty sure we're all adults here, so communication was pretty
Mm-hmm.
easy, but the contract is for just
Like,
another way, a form of communication saying like, okay, we did set this in place, like we have to stick to this, you can't break the contract, is what we came up with.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um another another thing I can say is the bathroom use. Like that was a big thing with the whole roommate, sharing
Like you
and
come to
everybody like
college and you're afraid and you're like, oh
right,
gosh, how many people are going to be in the same bathroom
bathroom.
and how am I going
Right.
to get clean? But I know you and I, like, we shared like the cost of like hand soap and toilet
So
paper and stuff like that.
true. I can say this though, like we sat on the floor, it wasn't too many, like our floor wasn't just filled to capacity. But I know on other floors it was like four to a bathroom. But us, we only had just me and my roommate, and other people had maybe three people or just them and their roommate. And it just kind of depends. Like cleaning is a big thing. Like make sure everybody stays clean. Like I can say, first semester, my fall semester, I did have another roommate, so it wasn't. I'm not gonna say it's just the easy thing because like when you don't know someone, it's kind of different. Like you don't know how they clean or what do they, use different or anything of that sort. But
You
as
don't
far
need
as
to take that whole responsibility on yourself. Like you should just
right,
talk to them and be like, hey, I think it's your turn to clean the bathroom.
true, because I remember a big thing is like in our bathroom. Sometimes we have like these um larger trash cans in there, and we have to sometimes take a responsibility and go take it out because like with sometimes you need to, of course you have to take out the trash, but you
It's
know
just important to share those
yeah,
responsibilities. And especially so when you live in the residence halls, you're going to have a room inspection once a month. And so prior to that, your RA will probably like send you a list of things that they're going to be looking for.
mhm.
And so it'll just list out like wipe off your mirror and wipe off your dressers. And in the bathroom, you need to clean the toilet and the mirror and stuff like that. And
The
so
shower curtains.
me and you would like divide the list. And I was like, I'll
Yes, yes,
sweep if you mop, and I'll do this if you do that. And I think that that worked really well for us.
it does. And actually, I can say like when we have two pretty clean people in a room, it goes quickly. Once everyone like keeps things clean. I mean, I'm not gonna say we were just the perfect, the cleanest, but I mean, we both made things at home, so it wasn't like it was just a mess up everywhere. Or let's just say like room inspection is coming up and your roommate is having an issue, like it's like, hey, can you clean this up? Or if it was just me and her, me and Maggie were friends before this, so like if anything, if she wanted me to clean up her side for her, would have no issue doing that. It was never a problem. But she was pretty clean. Like sometimes it's just I was the mess. I was just like I have to clean up room inspection. I'm coming. I'm like had left campus like a room
We have
inspection
an
day.
hour. We can do
Right.
it.
we I was like, I'm coming to clean up because room inspection is where if it's not clean, someone gets charged, or it's either I get charged or she gets
Well,
charged or we
usually,
both have a charge.
yeah, the RA will let you know, like,
Right.
the shower doesn't look clean or something like that. They'll tell you, and then you'll get like 2 days or whatever period of time to
Right.
fix the problem. And then after that point, there might be a charge added to the account. So it is important to keep a clean space because you gotta be
Yeah,
clean.
that's different. Yeah. And just in general, like just to speak on the whole build a good relationship, it's about like communication. Like as a roommate, you have to communicate. You have to talk to them. I mean, I remember first semester I didn't know my roommate. And like that was my first time ever meeting her. So it was very different. But you have to learn how to sometimes communicate because it's just a big thing of communicating because it's just like things can happen. When you live in a space, it's like we're all sharing this small little space, you guys. Like basically I feel like our dorm was like your room at home with a little space, but it's two beds in there. So it's just like you have to learn how to share this space with someone else and communicate with them because you may like sleeping with a whole bunch of stuff on your bed and they may not, or you may like to throw your clothes on the ground and they don't, but you have to just remember like this is a shared space. You
Mm-hmm.
have to be clean, you have to be considerate. Like I feel like that was a big thing, I'm sure. But when you know your roommate, it is different. Like they always say, oh, you can't be, I've heard the saying all the time, don't be roommates with your friends. I don't think it was really bad. I think it
I
actually
think
went
that's
pretty
on
well.
a case by case basis. You know.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
We had a really good relationship with our RA as well.
Yes.
And our whole floor, honestly, like our RA would host like little potlucks, and we would have like,
Yeah.
frozen pizza, and somebody would make grilled cheese and um, stuff like that. And it just brought all of us out because you're all on the same floor, and so if you're so close to each other,
Hmm.
you might as well, be friends with your people. And
Hmm.
so we had a really good like dynamic on our floor.
We did, we did. I can say that actually like goes into like how we became roommates. Like connect with the people on your floor. It's so many opportunities too. We have a study room. In the West Hall, you have a study area where anyone can go here. It's a large table in there. It's a projector, a whiteboard. It's like really fun. Like we always go in there and like connect and share and play games or just do homework. I'm sure I've been in there plenty late nights doing just homework and
Yeah,
that's
that's a
just
really good
really
area to be. I highly
I
recommend taking advantage of.
highly recommend. Yes, I recommend a lot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but our different RAs have like different events that they host.
Mhm.
And so there's stuff like making little pillows or
Yeah,
like
things like
puzzles.
watching movies. We did
Mhm.
that a lot.
And you can check out a Roku stick. If you're
Oh,
in West Hall, you can go down to the lobby, and
mhm.
there's one Roku stick per floor. And so you can check it out and then plug it in like the TV in the living room, and you can watch movies out there.
I just to go back, I just thought about it. Like room inspections or just keeping things clean. Um, our RA, she was really nice. She was always willing to give any type of cleaning supplies. Like, um, it's just like the broom. I don't know. Like she just
If you
was
ever
really
need help,
willing to.
yeah, definitely
Yeah,
ask for it and don't struggle along because somebody will
right.
be able to help you. Because, like, the girl that was next door to us, she would let us use
Mm,
her mop.
or broom or whatever it may be. Like,
Mhm.
and then sometimes, because sometimes you come to college, you don't have everything. So like, I mean, if your roommate doesn't have it, because of course it's the next person you're gonna ask. Ask the people next door. Is
I was
just
always the one that had the wipes.
so what was it? Oh, I remember it was a girl on her floor. She had the mop. Oh my gosh, she like everybody asked her for this mop. Like our group message was like when it was room inspection time, everyone was like, "Can we use your mop? Can we use your mop?" Like, or
No,
does anyone have cleaning supplies? Like, never be afraid to ask.
yeah, definitely utilize the group chats that there
Mhm.
are for each floor,
Yeah,
especially in West Hall, because
yeah,
that's where everybody is like together. And so if you have something you want to say to like everybody, you can do that.
right. Um,
Um,
look, I would say I can start the most awkward topic of them all. You know, I don't want to say not liking your roommate because you all have to stay in the situation. So it's more of just like having a little uncomfortable situation with your roommate. Talk to them. I mean, at this point, we're all supposed to be a family on this floor. Talk to your RA. Talk to them. If you feel like you're not getting to them, talk to campus living. I mean, you don't have to necessarily go to them first, but it's ways to go about
mhm,
handling situations. Like, I mean, we all are uncomfortable. Like this, when you come into there, you're meeting people you've never met before, people who are totally different than you. Like, just talk, communicate. That's the big thing. Like, and before that even begins, I feel like as an RA, like some of our RAs are very like open to creating these relationships before unliking someone even begins. Because I know RA, she was very big on like the first day, everyone come talk to us, let's join. Like every week we had something. It was always like a way to bond and get to know
mhm.
everyone on your floor. So it's just like get to know someone, talk to them, communicate. Communication is a very big thing with living in the dorms or just any residence life at all, because no matter where you stay, you have a roommate somehow. And they may not be in the exact room with you, but you have a roommate. So
Yeah, I know as a freshman that you're afraid because
right,
you're coming from a different place to a new
mhm,
like living area, and maybe you've never shared a room with somebody before, but
right.
you can adjust, and I promise it's not the end of the world.
Well, yes,
And
it's
by the end
not.
of the year, everybody on your floor is just a big family, and I'm
It
sure that
is.
you'll be
I can agree. I can agree with that. Like, I can say our four, we've all cried together. We've like literally just, I mean, it's so much that we've been through, like, as a floor. It wasn't like a few of people on the floor, like, everyone on the floor, we talked, laughed. Like, it's funny. We
happy.
made TikToks. We share. Like, it was just really a fun experience. Please connect with everyone on your floor. Build the good relationships. Like, residence hall goes more than, it goes beyond just that one room. It's like everywhere. I can say at our floor, we were all so comfortable. I don't remember, no one really locked their doors. Like we locked our doors, like, for like when we were asleep or not, or
Mhm.
we weren't around, but like we were so comfortable. Oh, that's on the contract too. Like locking your doors when you feel like it's a way to lock. But like I said, for our floor, we were all pretty like
Like if you're
just
sitting out
open.
studying in the living room and you walk in and out of your room, you'll leave it unlocked or something like
Unlock. Oh, I can talk about that. Like you guys, like please keep your keys on you. That's
don't
another
lock
thing.
yourself out. The good thing
Please keep
is
your key.
there's a sticker on your door and it's like campus living, don't forget your
Yes, yes. Don't forget your key. Do
but
not forget your key. They charge you to unlock the door. Don't lose your key. Like, do not lose your key. That is the worst thing that could probably happen in just dorms at all. Like, just don't lose your key. It's expensive. I mean, that's another reason why you have to like keep in contact with your roommate. Have your
Mhm.
roommate's number. Let's just say you are locked out of the building. Like, keep in contact with your roommate. Like, because things of that sort is like very big, and it's like communication. You have to communicate with them and talk to them about what
Mhm.
they need to hear.
And
So,
it also teaches you a little bit of responsibility.
Lord,
You've
a
never
whole
taken
lot of
one with a key
responsibility.
before.
Definitely,
Yeah.
it's a whole lot of responsibility. Oh, I like dorm. Just staying in the dorm is a responsibility of its own. Like, I mean, all I can say, never be afraid to ask. Like, I guess I just want to go big on that because that's like a big thing.
Like there, and
Never be
that's
afraid to ask.
not just in like the residence halls, but like
Right.
in the whole school in general. If you are struggling with something and you ask somebody for help, they will help you. Like they will go out of their way to help you.
Thank you.
You just have to take that first step and ask for help.
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
But
So I guess that's about all we've got.
yes,
Hopefully, we're kind of hoping that we can do like a live or something to answer questions
yeah, I
about what
think
it's
I'll
like
be
to live
fine.
in a residence hall. Um, stay tuned. So
Yes.
we might have something about that. But thank you guys.
Thank you. I'm Briana.
And I was Maggie.
Bye.